talked a couple of weeks ago about carpal tunnel syndrome. That's the syndrome of the nerve that gets pinched right at the wrist. The second most common nerve to get pinched in the arm is right around the elbow. So that's called the ulnar nerve. And that's the funny bone nerve. That's the one that you hit if you hit your funny bone. So ulnar neuropathy at the elbow is another place where a nerve can get pinched or trapped. It is diagnosed via the EMG nerve conduction study, and there's a outpatient surgical procedure to correct that. That's fairly straightforward, about an hour procedure, and then you go home. So there are other nerves in the body that can get pinched besides the carpal tunnel nerve. That's the most common, but the second most common is the ulnar nerve right there. The ulnar nerve comes across the elbow. It hooks up the meaty part of the finger, and then the sensation for this finger and half of this finger. And what's kind of interesting is we think of our thumb as being this big, strong muscle, but actually it's the pinky side of our finger that's responsible for power grip. So our thumb is responsible for fine motor, things like typing, writing, handling buttons and sewing and that kind of stuff. But when you really want to grab on something and squeeze hard, it's actually the pinky side, the ulnar side, that does that, which is kind of interesting. So ulnar neuropathy at the elbow right there is the ulnar nerve that goes to that side of the hand.